Have you ever felt that you're working very hard on your English, but still you cannot speak it fluently? You don't see any improvement at all. You feel like you want to quit, but don't give up, because in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you can't speak English. If you fix these, your English will improve and you will be able to speak it properly. Let's start with the first one. You are focusing too much on grammar. You think if you read a grammar book from page 1 to page 100, you will be able to speak English. No, this is not true. And this idea comes from school. In school, most of us are taught to study grammar, but grammar is not important at all. It consumes so much of your time, and in the beginning, you don't need it. I studied English grammar for a very long time in my school, but still I was not able to speak English. I couldn't even introduce myself in English. So don't waste time reading grammar books. Instead, focus on more important things like reading, writing, listening, and speaking, which will get you closer to being fluent in English. The second reason why you can't speak English is because you don't do listening. You think speaking is the most important thing because you heard practice makes perfect and you should practice every single day and you should practice all the time. But I believe that in the beginning, listening is more important than speaking, because when a baby is born, for the first 2 years of his life, he listens to his parents. He learns sentences in his head and then he starts to speak English. So this shows that the first step to learn a language is to listen. Listen, listen, listen. The more you listen, the more you will be able to form sentences in your head when you are speaking in English. So focus on listening. You can listen to anything you want. You can listen to podcasts, songs, you can watch YouTube videos, watch movies, TV shows, and animes, whatever that is. Just practice listening every single day for at least 30 minutes to an hour. The third reason why you can't speak English is because you have fear of mistakes. This is a very common problem. This happens because when we go into a conversation, we think the other person will laugh at me if I make a mistake, or they will judge me because they will think my English is poor, and we all have these fears popping up in our head. But keep in mind that the other person does not care about your grammar mistakes. They care about the message you are trying to convey. So right now I'm talking to you in English. You don't care if I make grammar mistakes or anything. You care about the information I'm providing you. You care about the story I'm telling you. It is the same. When you are having a conversation with someone, the other person does not care if you make any mistakes. So don't have this fear in mind. Don't let the fear hold you back from speaking proper English. I know after watching this video, you will not be 100% confident to speak English. Of course not, because fear is something that you get rid of through practice. So practice more, have more conversations in English. Don't let fear stop you from speaking English. And this leads us to another reason why you can't speak English is because you don't practice. Practice is very important. If you learn vocabulary and you don't use it when you are speaking in English, then you will forget those words and you will forget to make sentences in English. I know you hear this all the time. I know you hear this in every video you watch. Practice, 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 practice. But this is so important. I've seen a lot of people who think they know English because they can understand watching YouTube videos. But when it comes to speaking, they freeze up, they get nervous, they can't say a word. That's because they don't practice. The more you practice, the better you will be at speaking. There are many ways you can practice your speaking. You can talk with yourself. You can start a YouTube channel in English. I have a complete video on this topic. I'll link it down in the description. And you can make new friends on the internet and talk with them in English. Now let's talk about the last reason why you can't speak English. This is because you are waiting for the perfect opportunity. You think, oh, if I go to the US, then I will learn English, or I'll get a private tutor who will teach me English, or the best thing to do is I will get admission in this language learning academy where they will teach me English. No, stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Stop making excuses. Just start with learning English. I had a friend like this 1 year ago. He was telling me, oh Asim, how do I start learning English? I explained him the whole process. I taught him how to do listening, reading, writing, and speaking and everything. And after that, he was like, oh, okay, in summer vacation, I will, join this academy and they will teach me proper English. I don't want to learn it by myself. It's too hard. I cannot do it. Stop making excuses. You don't need a private tutor or a language academy or a perfect native speaker who talk to you. You don't need all of these things. You can start with what you have. If you have a phone and an internet, that is all you need. You can learn English by yourself, by watching YouTube videos, by watching movies, by practicing with people on Facebook and other platforms. You only have to learn the basics, and I'm here for you. I'm going to teach all of them in my upcoming videos. So don't be a perfectionist. A perfectionist is someone who is waiting for the perfect time to do something. No, start now. Start working on your English. Stop wasting your time on making stupid excuses. Okay, I hope you've learned something from this video. If you want to know my English learning journey from start to finish, then click on this video right here. Bye for now, and I'll see you in this video. Okay, bye-bye.